my actors walk out and my next team comes, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite Evan Hasting on stage. Evan is actually a trained theater practitioner from US, and yours truly theater and Evan have been practicing many different formats of theater from really long time. And I would want him to speak because he is the man to talk about Augusto Boal and image theater, forum theater, and all these formats which are being used in corporate world today, thanks to the visionary man, Augusto Boal. He was actually nominated for Nobel Peace Prize, and his work is extraordinary, body of work is extraordinary. So Evan, please share with us.
Yes.
You've been working with corporates as well using theater, and you come from an extremely strong theater background. So what is that you would like to talk about image theater and forum theater, and introduce that to our audience today?
Of course. Thank you, Nandini. Yeah, you can relax. You can relax. Yeah, I had the honor of working with Augusto Boal in 2003 and studying the Rainbow of Desire technique, which is a way that we look at internalized oppression and the internalized cops in the head, as he calls it, that hold us back. I practice forum theater, which means that we show problems that are realistic, and then we ask the audience, do you relate to that? As Nandini just asked you, is this the system you would like to see, or if we had the power to change it, would we? Only when the audience agrees that yes, it's a problem, and yes, if we had the opportunity to change it, we would, do we play the game. And here's how the game works. In forum theater, you are presented with a scene that contains an unresolved conflict. And then the scene is replayed, and you can reduce the microphone a little bit. Like, my voice is almost loud enough without the microphone. Yeah, thank you. Then the scene is replayed, and in the second time, you have a magic remote control. And you can say pause, the actors will freeze where they are. Come on stage, replace a character whose struggle you recognize, and try a different way of dealing with the situation. And we'll run through the situation again and again with different people from the audience coming and trying different ways, because there is no one right solution to these complex social situations. And we use other tools like, what is this character thinking but not saying? Or what is the secret desire of this character? To begin to understand the emotional landscape and the context within which these difficult decisions are being made. And the goal is not to come up with the right solution, but to have a more complex and nuanced ability to navigate these situations, to develop a degree of role flexibility, as was discussed earlier, as we move back and face these situations again in life. Augusto Boal called it a rehearsal for revolution, so that we learn to embody those changes that we would like to see in the world. Thank you. All right. Ye kya hai? What do you see? What do you see in this image? And then we're going to take another step.
Yeah. For me, it's a leadership challenge. If I have 5 people working under me and I give them an instruction, this is how they're going to react to the same piece of instruction. I mean, 5 people take in 5 different ways, and finally I have to get the job done. So.
Yeah. Here.
So the middle person is a corporate guy, and that side is his manager. And this person taking selfie is also from a higher management who's having all the benefits and taking selfies with him because of his work. And that side is higher management who doesn't know what he's doing. And that side is some other worker who has all the burden of the work.
Thank you. Now, before we take a next step, I want you to observe with me, like see this through my eyes. Can you tell the difference in how people saw it depending on what their social position was? You were able to witness that very clearly, right? Like the projective reality of it, how we project our reality onto others all the time, right? So there's some interesting ones. Now, if I was to make a choice and proceed with this, then I would need to make a choice about what has the most resonance for the most number of people in the room, right? Because I want to keep your engagement. What else? Yes, lack of control. Unconnected, disconnected. What is it? Aimlessness. Yeah, maybe you don't even know exactly where it is that you'd like to go. Huh. Yeah, so there's some agency, right? The hands are out there, there's a searching happening. So we can identify that this character wants something or is going for something, right? So what is it that this character wants?
At his shoulder, some support in some way, so that somebody's got his back, and at least that sensation might be there that somebody has my back, somebody is leading me. So some sense of support.
Some sense of support. Yeah. Some guidance.
Some sort of guidance, somebody leading him into the way where he wants to probably go or be somewhere, maybe like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That desire for somebody to guide you, somebody to show you that that's
to lead him to
potentially...
the direction to his goal or wherever he wants to primarily, and just not walk blindfoldly in any direction where somebody just takes him away.
Yeah. Now let's take it personally. Yeah, in the middle, right here. What is it?
Someone to take the blindfold off.
Someone to take the blindfold off. Just show me what it is. Who identifies with this in their life, come on stage, take that role, and we would try and kind of unpack your kind of psychodramatic experience of being in that space. But for now, I would just like to say thank you for being such an active audience, and thank you to yours truly. When I first started working with them in 2009, they were mostly doing playback, and they had this complete the story. The amount of different forms that they use has absolutely proliferated over the last decade, and this constant curiosity and growth is something that I want to celebrate. So if you could join me in giving a round of applause to Nandini and yours truly theater.